بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So this is the next lesson of the basic Arabic book. We call it Qaeda. And today's lesson is about the Muqattiat letters. What is Muqattiat letters? There are some specific letters. This is the group of the letters here we can see on the page. And there are some specific letters which are at the start of, like at the beginning of some surahs in the Quran. The letters may be of one letter, or there can be a couple of, or more than two, up to five as well. So they are at the beginning of some specific surahs in Quran. For example, like the first box here, these three letters making a word, they are at the start of the Surah Al-Baqarah, and such as like Surah Taha and the Yasin, the Surah Sad, and the Surah Qaf and Noon, etc. So we will read today about these letters, how we can read them, and how we have to pronounce them. So let's start a lesson. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The first box here it is consisted of three letters, and we will read it every letter separately, but we will apply those signs which are the sign of the mud here upon the letters. So we will read it like Alif Lam Mim. So we have noticed that we are reading every letter separately, but we are also applying the signs of the tajweed at the same time. Like there is mud, so we will not read the lam as a simple lam, but we will make it lengthy from a normal lam, like lam. And now the meme has shad. Shad means, shad is actually the sign to join two letters, and we will also apply the shad here upon the meme, so it will join lam and meme, and there is a mud upon meme. So we'll read it alif lam meme. Okay, to the next box. Alif Lam Mim Sad. Next one is Alif Lam Ra. Here we have noticed that Ra has the standing fatha upon it, and standing fatha is not that much lengthy. How much lengthy is that mud? Mud is the maximum which like the maximum shape and the maximum sign which make a letter lengthy, and then it comes the standing fatha and then the simple normal fatha. We'll read inshallah the next lessons. To the next box, it is Alif Lam Mim Ra. Next one is the lengthiest of all. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad. The next one is Taha. Next one, Tasim Mim. Next box here is Tasin, Yasin, Sad, Hamim, Hamim, Ain, Sin, Qaf. Next is Qaf. And last one is Noon. So that was for today's lesson, and the lesson was about the huruf muqatta'at, the muqatta'at letters. And I'll repeat that these are some specific letters which are we can find them at the beginning of some specific surahs in the Quran, like the surah starts with these letters, and some are actually counted as a single verse, an ayah, at the beginning of the surah, and someone are not as an ayah, but they are a group of letters, consist of one letter, more than two, and up to 5 or 6 letters. So we call them the Hurufi Muqattiat. And the last point here is there are two scholarly views about these Hurufi Muqattiat. First, scholars who are of the Shafi'i madhab, they say that we can translate and we can know the meaning of these letters, but only the great scholars who like have some firm knowledge, they can know the actual meaning of these letters. But the Hanafi madhab scholars, they are saying that no one can know the actual meaning of these letters, that what actually does they mean. Only Allah knows the actual meaning of these letters. We can just make some guess, or like we can make some rough guess about these letters. For example, like they say that Alif Lam Mim, that it means Allah and Muhammad, but this is only a rough guess. That could not be the actual meaning. So only Allah knows, like this is the best scholarly view, that only Allah knows the actual meaning of these letters. What's the meaning of these letters? We can translate all the other letters and words, sentence of the Quran, but we cannot translate these letters. What actually that does they mean? And Allah knows better what's the actual meaning of these. We just have to follow, to read them according to the rule, read them separately, while practicing the signs upon them and applying those signs on them as well.